Welcome to the 2024 Spirit of Manatee Awards. I look around this room and I see so many people that have done so many things in philanthropy, and it's exciting that you would all think enough of the Spirit Awards to attend, because you're going to see some brilliant examples of volunteer work and philanthropy in our community. I'm Buzz Turner. I'm the chair of the board of MCF this year. I'm very happy to see so many of you here. Today you're going to see a demonstration of what this community is all about. You're going to hear some stories that are going to move you, and they're very, very unique, and yet in Manatee County they're not uncommon. My job is to recognize people, so I'll move along with it. I want to apologize for not mentioning all of you elected officials by name, but we have got to move on so we can get out of here by 3 o'clock. But I would like to recognize the myriad of elected officials from Manatee County commissioners and our local cities. You're uniquely positioned to support the community in partnership with MCF and other nonprofits so that we can build a better future together. Can you please stand and be recognized if you're an elected official? Thank you. Many of us have certain causes that are dear to our hearts. The beauty of Manatee Community Foundation is that it exists to help all of us realize those charitable missions. MCF was founded by those that knew Manatee County needed its own community foundation to reach its full potential. From the beginning, MCF has been nurtured and grown by caring people who are making a positive difference. I'd like for you to join me for a round of applause to celebrate the many donors who actively support our community, because there are many, and they are very, very strong. Now I'd like to acknowledge the Manatee Community Foundation Board of Directors. If you're on the board, could you please stand up and be recognized? And if you are a past winner of the Spirit of Manatee Award, would you please stand and let us celebrate you as well? And now I want to acknowledge our fantastic team at MCF. If you would stand when I mention your name, please. Veronica Thames. Jennifer Abbott, Alicia Chalmers, Simone Peterson, and Sarah Bostic. I'd also like to recognize Erica Kelly, who helped us produce this program today. Thank you very much, Erica. Now I'd like to ask Veronica Thames to come forward and join me on the stage for her very first Spirit of Manatee. And thank you all for being here today.
As the only community foundation in Manatee, serving our entire county and beyond, it is our duty to improve the quality of life of the communities we serve, to partner with our donors to help them achieve their philanthropic goals and dreams, and to support our nonprofit partners so they can deliver services to our community and make it a better place. That is why our mission is to partner with our citizens to strengthen and enhance our community through philanthropy, education, and service, now and forever. And why we use our values of leadership, transparency, trust, integrity, loyalty, respect, and inclusivity as the lens through which we do our work every day. We believe in acting today for a better tomorrow. Manatee Community Foundation celebrates gifts just short of $60 million and immeasurable impact in partnership with our donors and local nonprofit friends since our inception in 1998. Philanthropy is a team sport. MCF and its board, committed donor family, nonprofit partners, and corporate ambassadors work to achieve greater things together.
Manatee Community Foundation is a connector. It's a resource for education.
The educational programs that the Community Foundation makes available on a regular basis for staff, for volunteers, and for board members, there's a tremendous value to organizations here in the community from that.
Working with nonprofits and seeing them successful with a grant application is absolutely fulfilling. We know the difference they will make will cause ripple effects throughout Manatee County, and we love to see their success.
We believe in bringing people together around issues and aspirations that matter to them. We host community conversations where we bring the community together and listen and talk about what matters.
So many giving people work with the Manatee Community Foundation to open a donor-advised fund and to plan their charitable legacy.
We are grateful for the trust you place in us. We're excited to support our nonprofit partners and to connect our donors with meaningful opportunities that will create the most lasting impact. This is why we love to say that Manatee Community Foundation is your partner in philanthropy.
Thank you so much. You know, when people get on stage, they usually want to crack a joke and break the ice. But I realize that unless you're a professional or John Horn, it could be a recipe for disaster. And I feel like he already did me a solid today because he wore pants to our event. All right? That's the stature of this event, I'm just going to say. I'm so excited. I cannot believe that today is finally here. We've been preparing for so long. I'm Veronica Thames. I'm the executive leader of Manatee Community Foundation. I get the honor and privilege to work with incredible staff, small but mighty, and a dream of a board. In my new role, I've had the incredible opportunity to meet wonderful donors and movers and shakers in this community. And I'm very, very grateful for that. And I realize that together we can achieve so much more for our community. And today is just an example of that. We recognize today leaders in philanthropy, those who donate their time, talent, and treasure to make a community a better place. And here is the group in this county who can make that happen. We know our world is not the greatest place sometimes, but it takes people's intention and dedication to get there. And each one of you make it a better place every day, one small act of giving at a time. Today, we thank you for being your choice and your partner in philanthropy. And as MCF concludes its 25th anniversary, we look back and reflect on our accomplishments. Thanks to our incredible donor family and visionaries like Dot Writings, the three Bobs, one of whom is here today, Mr. Blaylock. In this community, yes, applause, absolutely. We're able to say today that MCF has contributed almost $60 million of support to our community in a financial way through scholarships and grants, but our community impact has been immeasurable in comparison, and each one of you is part of that. And each dollar awarded carries a story with it, all across 1998 till today. Every dollar given carries a story of that donor that gifted it from the heart, the story of the nonprofit who put it to good use in our community, and the story of the life change that received that dollar, right? It's the ripple effects of acts of giving, and it can start with just you. And now, in the spirit of act of giving, on your table, you will find a card. It looks kind of like this. Please take a moment to add your contact information and the name of your favorite local agency, nonprofit agency, or cause. MCF can help you identify an agency if that's the case. And I'm grateful to say that through the generosity of our presenting sponsor, the Milestone Financial Group at Morgan Stanley, we will be able to draw one lucky winner, and the organization of their choice will receive a grant in your name. So please be sure to write your information and drop your card off along with your name badge to one of the staff on the way out from the event. And today, please cheer along with your pom-poms and your clappers. I'm gonna make sure everyone's got it. So grab your pom-pom, your clapper. I wanna see them up in the air. Come on, show me some love. Yes. Yes. Today is a day of celebration, and we want to make sure that all those who are recognized feel the roar of your love and get encouraged to continue their acts of kindness. And there are a few more people who we want to thank today. Our foundation partners, Roxy Jurdy, President and CEO of our sister foundation, Community Foundation of Sarasota County, and her team are here today. We're very, very grateful for the work that we do together. Deborah Jacobs, President and CEO of the Patterson Foundation. You guys aren't using the clap or saw the pom-pom. Somebody got the note, okay? Yes, awesome. And our very good friends at the Bishop Parker Foundation, our partners in granting, our partners in initiative work, and a leader in our county, which we honor with one of our named awards, the Mary E. Parker Lifetime Spirit Award. And though they're presently at a conference, yes, Bishop Parker. Though presently at a conference, we have a lot of other partners we'd like to acknowledge who also meaningfully invest in MCF every day. The Charles and Marjorie Barancik Foundation, the Knight Foundation, and the William G. and Marie Selvey Foundation. And we're super excited today to have our founding director here in the audience, Marilyn Howard, and one of our long-time staff, past staff, John McCall. So thank you for being here. And nonprofit partners and donors, we value your enduring dedication and investment in our community. Together, we can achieve so much more. So here's a roar of a round of applause to you. Am I alone? No. And now if you're part of an organization who took the time to nominate someone, whether they were selected or not for one of our awards today, please stand and let us recognize you. Award nominators, come on. Yes, thank you. You're taking the time to celebrate someone, encourages and inspires philanthropy. So thank you for taking the time to do that. And a big thank you this year to the selection committee who had a really difficult task to select the award winners for this year. So if you may stand, please. Luz Corcuera, Alex Davis, Kristen Truong, Dr. Jan Pollen, Monica Onstad, and Steve Bayard. Please stand and let us recognize you. And if you volunteered yesterday or today, this event could not have happened without you. And we know that you're here, so please stand and let us recognize you as well. And finally, you don't have to stand, you're behind there, but Charles Clapsaddle and METV TV team, you've walked these events with us for many, many years, and we thank you for your contribution. Thank you. So much of our community work is possible because businesses and individuals invest in the future of MCF in our community. Our corporate sponsors are not only the best of their craft, they're philanthropists who are caring and giving, and they're here today, and I hope you can join me in one last round of applause to congratulate them and thank them. Don't worry, we're almost to the good part. So next, we're going to recognize our award winners. If you haven't yet, it's time to pull out those props and have them ready. Believe me, your hands will be tired of applauding otherwise. So we will introduce to you our incredible premier presenting sponsor of the Spirit of Manatee Awards Luncheon, the Milestone Financial Group at Morgan Stanley, today represented by John Vita and Chris Vining. Please come to stage.
Well, welcome everyone. What a tremendous event this has become, over the years, and what a unique opportunity it is for our community to be able, for all of us, to come out and recognize some of the very best among us, for all the outstanding contributions they've made to our community. I think about John and I get asked all the time, and the whole team, why are you continued to be committed to this event and this organization? Why is it so important to you? 18 years you guys have been involved in this, and it really is simple. It's as simple as gratitude. It's gratitude for the privilege of being a part of this community, getting to live here, the privilege of getting to share it with all of you, for tremendous people that have made such a difference in our community and make it such a wonderful place for us to live. I was at an event a few weeks ago, and the topic was gratitude. And I was talking to the group about a study that I'd read from MIT, and it was a study on the brain and how gratitude and being grateful, how it affects your brain. And the study showed that gratefulness and gratitude is one of the few emotions that you can't experience along with a negative emotion. You can't be grateful at the same time that you're angry. You can't be grateful at the same time that you're anxious, and so on. And I thought how interesting that was. And the study went on, and it showed that people that regularly receive gratitude and accept gratitude and show gratitude, actually their brain develops an armor, almost an armor of protection against negative emotions. The impact of negativeness actually impacts their brains less than others. And I thought to myself, what an amazing study, and surprised there's not more work have been done on it. And one of the members of the group was a pastor, and he looked at me and he said, Chris, you said that was an MIT study? And I said, yeah, it was. And he said, well, there was a guy, and you do know there was a guy a couple thousand years ago that did a similar study and kind of came to the same conclusion. And I laughed. I said, perfect. That's just more confirmation that the study must be true. But just wanted to welcome everyone and just thank you for continuing to be on this journey with us, and let's continue to add to the armor. Thank you.
All right, now I get to do the fun part, as Veronica said. It's just so exciting to be on stage for the 18th time for the only countywide celebration of philanthropy. Hard to believe it was 18 years ago when one of our founding partners, Dave Bassett, said, hey, this is something that we need to do. This is something that we need to be a part of. And lo and behold, 18 years later, Dave, here we are. So thanks for getting us started on that. As a reminder, please hold all cheers till the award winners take the stage after a video we'll show, sharing a bit about who they are. Don't worry, we'll let you know if you miss it. And please take a look at the program to learn all about the amazing things each winner has done, which made them so deserving of their award. So let's get started. Every year we kick off the Spirit of Manatee honorees presentation with our Young Spirit winner. Many of us remember these individuals year after year, grateful for the feeling of hope they provide about our future. The Young Spirit Award is presented to a young person under the age of 21 who demonstrates an exceptional commitment to the charitable community by direct financial support, contributes time and energy to a fundraising effort, and encourages others to make contributions to a charitable cause in Manatee County. Our Young Spirit honoree was nominated by Turning Points. Witnessing so many families and individuals, including veterans, experience homelessness opened his eyes and heart and devised a way he could make a difference by making beautiful American flags to fundraise and support them, and his efforts continued to expand from there. Let's take a look at our video.
Three words that I would use to describe Lorenzo are selfless, loyal, and courageous. Selfless because he's always willing to help those in need. Loyal, he's loyal to the bone. He loves friendships and treasures relationships more than anything. And he's courageous because he is willing to take on things that most other people will shy away from, especially if it's to help those less fortunate than himself.
Lorenzo has had such a great impact for Turning Points, but that's not all. He has helped so many other organizations in our area. Manatee County Children's Services, Tunnel to Towers, Suncoast Charities for Children. He also helped Our Lady of the Angels Catholic Church and many others.
Lorenzo is deserving of this award because it is so refreshing to see a young person who is thinking about how can I help the community instead of how the community can help me. And he just wants to give back.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present you the recipient of the 2024 Young Spirit Award, Lorenzo Liberty.
I'm going to keep it 100% honest. I didn't know they made that video. That was my dad. All right, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for presenting me with this year's Young Spirit Award. Today, I want to take up these quick 3 minutes to thank some special people, to say a little bit about what I've done, and to explain more of what it takes for a teenager like me to win the Young Spirit Award. I believe that there are 3 critical pillars, 3 critical things that is needed to give oneself to someone else. That's all what philanthropy is about. It's not about me, it's about everyone as a group, which is great looking out here and seeing so many people today. First, I believe is faith. We live in a crazy world, to say the least of it, and I can definitely admit scrolling through Instagram is wonderful and all, but it's so selfish when you have so much potential, and I didn't know that at such a young age. Faith is one thing that kept me straight, kept me on the straight and narrow, and it's all up to God. I have to give thanks to Him first. The second thing that teenagers need, and I can speak for myself, for a philanthropic heart, is a supportive family. In order for somebody to be selfless, they need somebody else, a team really, a family, to come together and give them the courage to look after someone else, knowing that they've got my back. That being said, I couldn't have done it with my amazing father. He believed in me. My father believed in me when I didn't. He's the reason for so much of this, along with my amazing mother. If I'm anything like her, humble, wise, smart, I know I'm going to be just fine. So to my father and mother, I love you. You're Cuddlebug. I'm sorry. And the third, and perhaps the most important thing, why I'm here today, is that we need an extended network of caring friends and like-minded people, like all of you here today in this very room. I'm so thankful and grateful that you guys are here. People that will open the door when someone knocks, will answer the call when someone calls, and reach out with open arms and open hands to somebody that needs help, putting their needs before their own. Somebody like Turning Points. I mean, they gave me a chance. I was 14-year-old. I showed up with nothing but a flag and a dream to end veteran homelessness, something I knew nothing about, and they gave me a chance. Less than 2 weeks after that initial meetup, I didn't know, but I'd be playing the national anthem on violin, which I just learned at the time, and auctioning off 2 flags, raising over $2,300 for homeless veterans. It didn't stop there. Months later, they kept checking up on me like a good friend, making sure that I was staying on that straight and narrow path, following faith, family, and friends. And I was lucky enough to raise tens of thousands of dollars for homeless veterans, and that's why I'm here today. And so to Margie and the whole team, thank you so much for giving me such an amazing, blessed opportunity that I didn't know I had in me, showing me potential I didn't know I had. So thank you to them. Organizations, as well as Suncoast Charities for Children, helping kids with special needs, they gave me an outlet to go out and talk about something that not a lot of kids my age may understand or really care to express. I want to also thank Manatee Children's Services. They not only opened the door when I knocked, but they also taught me a life lesson that I was a little too prideful to have. and it's being grateful for family. They had 13 foster kids come over to my house. I got to know each and every one of them. We hung out as a family. We actually ended up building flags that they got to finally physically keep and call their own, along with build their own flag all together and auction it off, which I didn't know until now, but we actually have the winner of that flag here as well. And so I have to thank them. And currently, most recently, Sarasota Sheriff's Office, the reason why I'm so spiffy, they opened the door to an 18-year-old fresh out of high school. The same year that I graduated high school, I actually graduated the academy. So I'm here working their corrections. I want to thank Sheriff Kurt Hoffman and the entire agency for such an amazing opportunity. I hope to join the SWAT team. You can quote me on that, and I won't let you down. See, these are just a few examples of the kind heart that everyone here has and that I hope to share every single day. It is people like you who open the door when someone comes knocking that changes the world. So remember, after this, after these hopefully long 3 minutes, that remember when you open the door to somebody in need, you're doing God's work. But when you open the door to someone who has the need to give, you're doing 10 times more. So thank you again to Turning Points. I'm blessed to be here. God bless everybody. Stay safe. Thank you.
Congratulations, Lorenzo. Victoria, you didn't tell me that somebody was coming up here with a gun and a taser to take. I thought I was getting taken away or something. But I don't know if Ricky's here or not today, but Ricky, maybe we can pilfer him from the Sarasota Sheriff's Office. The Community Spirit Award is presented to a business or service demonstrating outstanding commitment to the charitable community through direct financial support and through its leadership and motivation of others to participate and advance philanthropy in Manatee County. Our Community Spirit honoree was also nominated by Turning Points. This award goes to an organization that since 1957 has provided services to those with speech and hearing concerns, programs for youth, and local charitable organizations. Members raise funds to invest in Manatee County through donations, scholarships, and grants. Let's see what the video has to say about them.
Three words that I would use to describe the Sertoma Club is service, invested, and camaraderie. These folks have fun. They really enjoy the camaraderie of the group, but they are really invested in giving back to the community, and they do that not only through funding, but by providing service as well.
Ways Sertoma, organizations that they've really impacted, are those hard of hearing. Our adults with special needs through our Penguin Project, our sound system, our lighting equipment. Out in the greater community, those with transportation, youth leadership. Sertoma's list can go on and on.
So I believe the Sertoma Club, they deserve the Community Spirits Award because of their generous commitment here at Turning Points Dental Clinic. They're changing lives with their generosity by donating the chairs, the compressor. They're changing lives every day here with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 Community Spirit Award is presented to the Sertoma Club of Bradenton, and accepting the award on their behalf is Mr. George Najmi, my favorite Sertomian. Congratulations, guys. Well deserved. Thank you.
Thank you, John, for that. First, I'd like to say, Lorenzo, amazing young man there. I thoroughly enjoyed sitting with him today and hearing everything that he had to say. We're definitely inviting him to our club. It goes beyond saying how extremely excited we were when we heard that we were nominated for this award. And I would like to thank the Manatee Community Foundation for everything they do in this community. Our Sertoma Club has been invested with them for a long time, and it definitely benefits us to make a greater impact on the community when we know our funds are safe and secure with them. As well as I'd like to thank Turning Points. Turning Points nominated us, and it was a complete surprise when they told us that we were nominated and that we won the award. We have been involved with Turning Points for several years. We're so impressed with everything they do in the community, and we definitely appreciate everything they've done for us. I also have a few members from our club here at a table back there that I'd like to recognize, as I'm just the representative for them as a hardworking group. If you guys would please stand up, and Joanne. So that is Bill Stewart, Bill Stutz, Dave Westfall, Dick Siegel, Doug Weimer, Jack Geldum, and Rich Whetstone. Just a portion of our club there. Our club is about a 40-member club, of which about 25 to 30 are active. We get a lot done with that number of members. Sertoma itself is a national organization. Sertoma stands for Service to Mankind, and the organization started in 1912 in Kansas City, Missouri. We've had international clubs in Canada, Mexico. We've had a club in Russia, so it is widespread. Our local club started in 1957. We do have some founding members still in the club. I'm not a founding member, but we do still have some of them around. I do have a little bit of trivia about Sertoma. One of the early fundraisers from a Sertoma club back in 1934 in New Orleans came up with the idea of a college football game, and that game has now turned into what we know as the Sugar Bowl. So a little bit of historical trivia there for Sertoma. Locally, we do follow the national, the national focus, which is speech and hearing impaired, serving those with those disorders. Sertoma's motto has been serving children and adults with speech and hearing disorders to avoid a life of isolationism. And some of one of the items I'd like to highlight today is our foundation that is based in Newport Richey came up with the idea of a mobile van that would go to schools and test the children's hearing at the elementary and middle school level. We participated in the funding of the first van, a small amount, and our name was included on there. Then we found out that was primarily serving the Hillsborough, Pinellas areas, which is great, but we wanted a van dedicated strictly to Manatee County school children. And we went back to the foundation and said, how do we get a van down here? And they said, purchase a van and get it retrofitted with the necessary hearing equipment, soundproof room, whatever is necessary, and it'll be only dedicated to Manatee County school children. And they gave us a price tag of about $65,000 to complete that. And as a club, we decided that was something we needed. And as of last year, we have the van only for Manatee County, testing every school child's hearing in elementary and middle school. So our focus is hearing. However, we have intentionally sought out other areas of the community that we would like to serve, with case in point being Turning Points. When we went to Turning Points, and again, they have been an organization that we have supported over the years, and we said we want to make a greater impact and be more involved in what you do. And when they provided us with the opportunity to fund most of the renovations of their dental clinic, we again went back to our club, another $59,000 to do that, and we decided that is something we want to do. And we stepped up for Turning Points, and it is amazing the job they do in providing dental health care for people that don't have access to it in Manatee County. And it was such an important part of a person's health, their self-esteem, and everything that goes along with it. And we did fund that last year, and we're very proud of that, to have that at the Turning Points facility. Another item we did is secured a national grant for felt, and we matched that grant with our own funding. And as you saw with Janine, Janine Amick from the Manatee Performing Arts Center, we also helped fund their new lighting system in the past year. So it's not just hearing that we have been involved with. We do want to go out and serve the community as best we can. So with that, I would like to tell you we meet on Wednesdays at IMG, and I would like to welcome anybody to join our club anytime they would like to. And one other item I'd like to mention is we have our golf tournament coming up on May 3rd. My club would not let me come back to the club if I didn't mention that. So in the end, I would like to just say we do take our acronyms seriously, and we know that we can make life worthwhile through service to mankind. Thank you.
Congratulations, George, and your entire crew back there. You guys do an awesome job. The Charles Clapsaddle Community Spotlight Award is named in Charles Clapsaddle's honor to recognize an outstanding nonprofit professional who embodies the spirit of philanthropy and community in Manatee County. The winner gives freely to support other nonprofit professionals in their work and community efforts. The Charles Clapsaddle Community Award nominee was nominated by Realize Bradenton. And this is a special recognition as the 2024 Charles Clapsaddle Community Spotlight Award goes to Jeanette Isham posthumously. Jeanette has left us with an incredible legacy that transformed Bradenton and Manatee County. She created many spaces for diverse people to come together and forge partnerships with the local government, small business, individual, and philanthropic organizations that resulted in a more vibrant community for us all. Please join me for a moment of silence to honor her memory and to be grateful for the opportunity to recognize her lasting impact on our community today. And following, let's learn about her in this video. Thank you.
Three words I would use to describe Jeanette are brilliant, hardworking, and fun. I chose those words because she was really a hard worker. I've never seen anybody accomplish so much and be so driven. She was brilliant. She just had a great mind and a way of putting things together that was quite brilliant. And she was a lot of fun. If you knew her, wherever around her, she was always emphasized having a good time while doing all the hard work.
Jeanette loved downtown Bradenton, and this love had a significant impact on Bradenton's small business, art and culture organizations. She would tell anyone who would listen that she lived downtown, worked downtown, shopped downtown, and ate downtown. She was constantly promoting the downtown chefs, restaurants, shop, people, places, and even all the art.
Jeanette is deserving of the Charles Clapsaddle Community Spirit Award because she embodies what it means collaboration. She embodies the love for the community. And Jeanette was present in every single project that the community embarked upon. But her legacy is today what we cherish Jeanette on. The Riverwalk and the Riverwalk Extension, the Blues Festival, the Farmers Market, and so many other staples that we feel Jeanette's presence.
Accepting the 2024 Charles Clapsaddle Community Spotlight Award on behalf of Jeanette and her family is Karen Corbin.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you to the Manatee Community Foundation for allowing us to celebrate Jeanette's legacy today. The foundation has asked me also, what 3 words would I use to describe Jeanette? The first words that came to mind were dedicated, energetic, and so creative. Jeanette had an unmatched passion for the work that she did in downtown Bradenton. As this award is given to those who unselfishly look out for the betterment of others, I would say Jeanette's most significant impact was not a particular project, but her unwavering effort to ensure that everyone had a voice in matters that affected them. Jeanette was a force with a seemingly endless amount of energy, of which she used to bring all of the people of Bradenton together to work towards one goal. If I were to try to define her legacy, I would say it would be her work to bring the Riverwalk to life and her empowerment and mentorship of young professionals. Those 2 things will live very long in this community. For such a long time, they will resonate with many of you here. If Jeanette were here, she would be sincerely humbled and appreciative of this recognition and honor. On behalf of her family, her friends, and her colleagues, we thank Manatee Community Foundation for letting us honor her legacy today. Thank you.
Well said. Thank you. Very well said, and a person sorely missed in our community for sure. The Leadership Spirit Award is presented to individuals demonstrating an active and ongoing charitable investment in the community, whose spirit of giving encourages and motivates others, and whose direct financial support has impacted one or more charitable institutions within the community. This year's Leadership Spirit Award honoree was nominated by the Boys and Girls Club of Manatee County and Pace Centers for Girls. Ever so quietly and without fanfare, this year's award winners' charitable investments are transforming the lives of thousands of children and teens in Manatee County. Helping vulnerable youth succeed has been a cornerstone of his family's legacy. Let's watch the video.
The 3 words that I would use to describe Larry Clark are humble, servant leader, and compassionate. The reason that I chose those words is because, first and foremost, Larry is someone who does not like to be the center of attention. So you can only imagine how he felt about today's ceremony. With that being said, he has the biggest heart of anybody that I know, and is just so very caring about our community, and particularly our youth, and ensuring that they have what they need to be successful in life.
Quietly and without fanfare, Larry Clark's investments have been changing the lives for literally thousands of children and teens here in Manatee County. Helping Manatee County's most vulnerable children is at the cornerstone of Larry's charitable giving and that of his family.
It's my great pleasure to present the 2024 Leadership Spirit Award to H. Lawrence Clark.
Boy, this has been a hard act to follow earlier on. One second here. First of all, I want to thank Dawn and from the Boys and Girls Club, and Amy from the Pace Center for Girls for nominating me for this award. And I want to thank the Community Foundation for this great event. There you are. It has been an honor and a privilege to have been in a position to help these great organizations through the years do the impactful work they do, helping kids in the community thrive and prepare for success. I would like to make an observation. I think it's fair to say that all of us in this room are gathered here today excuse me, because we care about philanthropy. We care about making a difference in other people's lives who are less fortunate than ourselves. We care about the environment. Some of us care about pets, others care about wildlife. Philanthropy comes in all shapes and sizes. It is about donations, but it is also about volunteering and putting boots on the ground. But I'm wondering how many of us, as I am, a seasonal resident of Manatee County, and I'd like to tell a little story. My family has been involved with the Boys and Girls Club of America for years. I remember back when I was in high school, 212 years ago, my father coming home from visiting the local club in Connecticut where he was on the board of what was then the Boys Club. And all through growing up, we had stories of what the Boys Club and then the Girls and Boys Club were doing around the country. In 2006, I retired after 28 years with the National Science Foundation in Washington, D.C. My wife will tell you that I retired for 24 hours. Then I became president and CEO of a private family foundation. The amazing thing about this experience was that the trustees gave the president a substantial discretionary fund to work with, and I was encouraged to bring projects and proposals to the table for consideration. After a few years, the Boys and Girls Club of America was one of the major recipients of grants from this foundation. Who would imagine? So 13 years ago, my wife Janice and I bought our house virtually across the street from here in Palmetto. It didn't take me very long to check out what was going on with the Boys and Girls Club down the road here. The timing was such that the club was in the midst of a capital campaign to build a new clubhouse on 53rd Avenue West. A similar situation was with the Pace Center for Girls. I was introduced to the Pace Center and its work across the state of Florida through a family foundation. And it turns out the Pace facility in Manatee County was bursting at the seams, and they were planning for a capital campaign to build a whole new facility to increase enrollment and enhance their programming. Being a part-time resident and a snowbird did not deter me from funding strong local organizations that I was familiar with. I believe that being a full-time resident in the community is not a prerequisite for helping out philanthropically. I was able to reach out to organizations that I was familiar with. That may not be the case for everybody. And here's where the Community Foundation can really come in and help. The folks at the Community Foundation are familiar with local nonprofits and what their needs are and how they can certainly give introductions and have one engaged in as much philanthropy as they're comfortable with. It's a fantastic source of information, so I urge you, whether you're a year-round resident or not, and you feel the urge to help, give the Community Foundation a call. After all, connecting people who care with causes that matter is what this is all about. Thank you.
Congratulations. Wonderful. quietly and humbly just making a difference in our community. I love it. I think that that's just such a testimony to you, Larry. Congratulations. And now we have arrived at our final award, the Mary E. Parker Lifetime Spirit Award, established by our dear friends at the Bishop Parker Foundation. In honor of its founder, and to introduce this award, let me ask that Mary Jarrell, representing the Bishop Parker Foundation, to come to the stage. And while Mary joins me, let me share this about the award. The Mary E. Parker Lifetime Spirit Award is presented to an individual or couple demonstrating a lifetime record of exceptional generosity in the community, whose direct financial support exemplifies outstanding charitable and civic responsibility that has significantly advanced the mission of several charitable institutions within the community, and whose leadership and example encourages and motivates others towards greater roles in philanthropy. The Mary E. Parker Lifetime Spirit Award honoree was nominated jointly by 4 organizations: Pace Center for Girls, Suncoast Blood Centers, the Patterson Foundation Suncoast Campaign for Grade Level Reading, and Tidewell Foundation. Let's look at the video and see what it has to say about this extraordinary couple.
The 3 words I would use to describe Amanda and John would be trailblazers, because they find problems in our community and then they find ways to fix it through grassroots efforts. My second word would be optimistic, because when they say they're going to do it, it's done. Everyone joins in because they know if they said they're going to do it, it will happen. And my third word is approachable, because Amanda and John just have a way of making everyone feel like they are important.
John and Amanda have impacted the Tidewell Foundation among many others. The Pace Center for Girls, Suncoast Blood Bank, the Patterson Foundation. In our foundation, they've been giving to the foundation for over 20 years, and we are so grateful for their support.
I first came to know John and Amanda Horn through their Dive into Reading program with the Anna Maria Oyster Bars. And I was so taken with their enthusiasm. They were ready to roll out the program countywide. And the program that they have put together is truly innovative and wonderful for everyone who participates.
We at Suncoast Blood Centers feel that John and Amanda are so worthy of the Mary E. Parker Lifetime Spirit Award because of the inspiration they provide to all of us to do the right thing.
It is my great pleasure to present the 2024 Mary E. Parker Lifetime Spirit Award to the amazing Amanda and John Horn. Now, they are no strangers to this podium. The Anna Maria Oyster Bar, which is one of their businesses, received the Community Spirit Award in 2017 along with the United Way Suncoast. And John was named Volunteer Spirit in 2010. This is just an example that people, businesses, and couples are eligible for multiple Spirit Awards across time. Now, you can only win one specific award once, but I do think John and Amanda are very deserving of winning multiple times. Giving back is John and Amanda's DNA. When they see a need, they find a way to partner with others and solve the problem through grassroots community efforts, giving of their time, talent, and treasure, while encouraging others to make a difference. Their philanthropic leadership is personal, passionate, inspirational, and contagious. And to share just one of many accomplishments, when Amanda and John learned about the struggle many of our children face to read on grade level, they researched the challenge and developed an innovative and effective way to incentivize the children to read in the summer, helping to combat this summer slide, thus creating the Dive into Reading program that has won, excuse me. So I would like you to look at your programs to see all the things they have done and given to our community. So on behalf of the board of the Bishop Parker Foundation, we are congratulating you for the wonderful honor that you're receiving. Thank you so much.
So sweet.
You know us, we can never do anything in a small way. So anyway, I actually get to speak before John because otherwise I'm never going to get a word in edgeways. Because we all know that John has never met a crowd or a microphone that he doesn't love. So sorry, Veronica. You may have figured out by now that we absolutely love what we do. However, we couldn't do any of this without our amazing team. And this is just a small representation of our team. We have 391 team members that we get to work with every single day and have fun and enjoy. And we can't thank them enough because they allow us to do everything that we do. Without them, we couldn't do it. We just get the credit. And we also couldn't do Dive into Reading without you guys, because so many of you here are volunteers for the program every summer, and we can't thank you enough because we can have a great idea, but without you guys, we couldn't do it. So if you get a phone call from me or an email, please answer. John and I are so incredibly honored by this award from the Manatee Community Foundation, and the joy of being nominated by these organizations that make our communities so much better are so near and dear to our hearts, and we can't thank you enough. Now to the man in the long pants. Can you believe it?
I know most of you realize this, but I am the luckiest guy in the room. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. I was going to try to count how many people came up to me and mentioned that I was in long pants today, but I had to stop about 20 minutes after I got here at 45. I even had a lady come up to me and said, "I've never seen you with pants on." Right in front of Amanda. I mean, it's just, it's not the best way to explain yourself today. So a few weeks ago, I was standing with Eleni Sokos here when I heard that Amanda and I were going to be awarded the Mary Parker Lifetime Spirit Award. The first word that came to my mind and to my lips was crap. Why? I mean, you would think it would be, oh my God, that's so awesome. Nope, the first word that came to my mind was crap. Because when I won the award in 2010 for a Volunteer Spirit Award, Amanda and I were young and are courting, and so we had a conversation about should I wear long pants to the event? And she said, "You really should." And I'm like, "No, I shouldn't. I don't like long pants." And so, we went back and forth about this, and I'm like, well, it's a nice event. Should I wear long pants? And so I came up with the excuse. I said, I'll tell you what. If we win the Lifetime Achievement, the Lifetime Spirit Award, I'll wear a suit to the Lifetime Spirit Award. That's why I said, crap. Eleni said it was similar to crap. I really thought it would never happen, so I thought that was a safe bet to, hedge my bet that I'd never have to put a pair of pants on to come in front of you people. But the possibility did exist, and so here I am. They're not basketball coming off the bench, rip off the Velcro pants. A lot of people, yeah. I do have clean underwear on, so made sure. No, we're not cutting them off like we did at Horn and Moon for a fundraiser. We did cut a pair of pants off of me that night. But anything to raise money for one of our events, right? So, but I can understand how MCF would consider Amanda and I living as long as we have to be a lifetime already. You know, I think I'm too young to be considered for a lifetime award, but Amanda and I have been together for 18 years. And this Thanksgiving, we celebrate our 24th anniversary. I don't know if you guys are as good at math as I am, but Amanda and I celebrate and schedule our days by twos. We feel we cram 2 days worth of items into every day we get up and hit the road running. So we go by twos. So every year we add an extra to it. So that's how we've been married 24 years this Thanksgiving. And they're awesome, awesome. We haven't been cheated in any of our 24 years, not one. We fill up every day with fun. We can't say no to anything, and we don't want to miss anything. In 2010, when we accepted our award, I said, you know, we need to teach people how to say no. And and at the time I said, no, what we need to do is teach people to say yes. And so that's what we've done, is try to teach people to say yes, so that there are more people in the room being honored and doing great things for our community, because we live in probably the greatest community, I think, anywhere around. It's a great region. What do we do to double up our days? What fills our days? These guys fill up a big part of our days. We're so blessed to be surrounded by such a great team. We have people from all 6 of our restaurants here today. So we've got a nice hodgepodge. It's awesome. Thank y'all for being with us. Leadership Florida is a passion of ours. And it's such an awesome organization. The fact that there's a table here today named Calusa Loves John and Amanda means the world to us. Florida's lucky to have such a great organization, and we're lucky to be part of it as well. Connections that we've made through Leadership Florida and connections that have helped our region is just phenomenal. It's all about the connections you make in every organization. Pace Center for Girls, I don't know if you know this, but I am the only honorary Pace girl in Manatee County. Once a Pace girl? You're damn right. Amanda and I are leading a $6.6 million capital campaign. Is that right? Is that the right amount? 6.6 million? I add 100,000 every time I get up. We're very close to closing in on that. We're at $6.25 million we've raised for the capital campaign. A lot of you in the room have been a part of that, and we appreciate you so very much. There's room for anyone else that would like to join us. It's not the Sertoma Club, but it's something you can join so easily, and you don't have to go to meetings every week. It's great to be on the stage with Larry Clark, with our young spirit winners. That is tremendous. I've been to many of these, and I just thought, what a loser I was up until 18. Such a loser. FRLA and the NRA. I was telling Deborah Jacobs about the NRA, that I was on the national board of the NRA, and she sat back at, I'm like, National Restaurant Association. Those two organizations take a lot of our time. We enjoy them. They help our community and our hospitality industry. The Suncoast Campaign for Grade Level Reading takes a lot of Amanda's time, and I get a lot of credit for it. So thank you guys for helping us with that. Awesome. In the video with the Suncoast Blood Center, did you notice she fumbled the name? Do you know why that is? Because I had them change the name from Suncoast Community Blood Bank to Suncoast Blood Center. And why is that? Because I was doing a video for them for a commercial, and I could not say Suncoast Community Blood Bank. We had like 15 takes, and they're like, we'll just change the name. So it's a lot easier now. So I'd like to take credit for that. I think it's all about where you get credit. We are honored to be mentioned with Mary Parker, much less to receive a Lifetime Award, the Spirit Award, to be considered with Bob and Carol Carter. I saw them earlier there somewhere. I asked him to see his footprints because we're following right behind you. Thank you so much. The Kirkpatricks, the Nashmies, Silvermans, Blaylock, Mulock. Sounds like another law firm, doesn't it? The Entwistles, we feel so honored to be part of that. But to get a lifetime, does that mean we're on the backside of our lives, our careers, whatever? Can we slow down? Are we sliding into home plate? Are we done? Is life almost over? Do I have to wear pants ever again? I mentioned Eleni was with me when we heard the news that we were going to be awarded. Tonight, today, the Charles Clapsaddle Award to Johnette had a lot of us choked up, She was awesome. You talk about Energizer Bunny, that girl could just go on and on forever. She's phenomenal. And she mentored Eleni tremendously and helped her. And I want to do the same thing. So my goal is to continue the tutelage of Eleni Sokos since Johnette resigned the job. Because one day I think she's going to take my job as Chief Executive Oyster at Oysters Rock Hospitality. So we're working hard so I can be on the backside of my back nine, and the Oysters Rock Hospitality will continue, and it'll be in great hands, and Eleni can run it, and I can sit up in the mountains and critique her and micromanage. Because it's been a long time since Chris Vining and I waited tables at Fast Eddie's, hadn't it? A long, long time. It might be a lifetime ago. We're blessed, as I said. I thank my team so very much. I thank my dad. I thank St. Linda. My bro to the schmo behind us. I mostly thank Amanda. We appreciate you. Thank you so very, very much.
So John just informed me that I've been named an honorary oyster, which I believe entitles me to free margaritas at the restaurants for the rest of my life. So I was pretty excited about that. I want to once again congratulate the Spirit of Manatee winners and thank each of you for the inspiration they provide to all of us. Thanks again to the nonprofit organizations who took the time to nominate somebody for a Spirit Award. As always, I encourage all of you to think about those supporting your organization and the community at large and nominate them for future awards. While we know that people in Manatee only give for the purest reasons, making time to recognize their efforts does so much to inspire others. They help us realize that all of us have an ability to make a difference, and that's what today is all about. To close us out, I'd now like to introduce you to one of our past Young Spirit Award winners, who also serves on the Grants Committee for Manatee Community Foundation. When they asked me to come up with 3 words for Kristen, I just said amazing, amazing, amazing. Please welcome to the stage, Christian Trong.
Thank you, John. And it's still kind of odd to call him John sometimes because I knew him growing up as Mr. Vita. But thank you very much. And congratulations again to all of our honorees. I would also be remiss if I didn't take a moment to thank the amazing Manatee Community Foundation staff. Can we please give them a round of applause? The stories of the Manatee Community Foundation are the stories of our community. And I want to leave you with two thoughts today. First, each one of us can have an impact in our community, great or small. And sometimes impact starts small. Recently, I called up a development director, sharing how I wanted to sponsor the organization, but I just couldn't at their current sponsorship levels. She recognized my passion for their work and quickly asked, "Well, how much are you thinking you can support us with?" And I answered, and she immediately said, "Yes, let's do it." And though I can't imagine any development director turning down funding, I was shocked by her response. It made me think, this organization values me as a small, young donor, someone who's still building their life at 28 years old. And what they've done is they've fostered loyalty. One day, when I can write that $10,000 or $20,000 check, I know where it'll be going. So bottom line, no gift is too small, and dare to ask. Second, let's empower this next generation of leaders and philanthropists in the making. I frequently hear how important it is for us to build a community where young people want to work, live, give, and volunteer. So I want to end today with a challenge for each one of you. I challenge you to look at your organization's leadership roles and your organization's boards and think, are we including the leaders of tomorrow? I challenge you to open these opportunities to young professionals and educate us as young professionals, how we too can be our next generation of leaders. And when we come back next year to celebrate these awards, we can share our success, our hurdles, our progress on this challenge. But most importantly, how we are inspiring and building the spirit of Manatee for tomorrow. What may start as one small donation or one small action can multiply into a monumental impact. Thank you for joining the Manatee Community Foundation today and for shining your light in Manatee County. Have a wonderful day.